So I was expecting a real fight to get those grease zerks out as long as this thing sat. But actually I got the grease zerks out and got more grease in there. They didn't need to be cleaned out or anything. They didn't look bound up or dirty with all the grease and the grime that's been in there for I don't know how many years. But yeah, this thing actually works pretty smooth now. I've got the mechanism all tied up back there just so I could turn it a little easier. But yeah, so that actually went really well. Overall, let's see if I can flip this over with one hand. You know, like I said, the cutting edge looks nice. There's no rot underneath it. I was a little worried at first if there was rot. But no, the cutting edge looks nice. I may clean that up just a little bit, but I don't think it needs to be done. There's still some worrisome areas in here. Obviously replacing that beam right there is not going to be the easiest thing in the world due to the fact that this trip mechanism is attached to it, along with that whole trip mechanism is attached to it. So it would basically require rebuilding the whole rear end of the machine. Or the attachment. So that's something that I'll have to heavily consider. I'll get it rolled over here in just a minute, and I'll come back and I'll show you what that tube looks like, because I want to see what it looks like. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy with the way the zerks went. If only everything else, and maybe that tube is not as bad as I think it is, but we'll know here in just a minute. So and if anybody's wondering, this is a Model 5 RO soil mover, and looks like it came out of Arizona based on the tag there, Bingham Equipment Company. And considering it's Yuma, Parker, Mesa, Casa Grande, Cottonwood, and Buckeye, I think those are all cities in Arizona, and then it says serving Arizona since 1935. I wish the decals were a little better. Sorry about the spots on the lens there. I'm not sure what those are from. But obviously the instructions decal or the warning decal is pretty much toast. The soil mover decal is okay. I've got a 5 right here on both sides. And then if we flip this over, I got this grease zerk pointer right there. I don't know if that's OEM or not. And this 5 over here along with the soil mover name tag. So I'll probably at some point have to get some decals remade, or find somebody that's remade some decals. I know there are a couple folks out there that are remaking decals based on some posts I've seen. But I mean, obviously the biggest thing that I need to do before I use it is just make sure it's sound. I mean, even though the pan back there is not great, I think I can strengthen it enough without a pan to use it, just to kind of play with it for a little bit. But anyway, I'll get it rolled over and come back and I'll show you what the underside looks like. Well, I'm happy to report it's not as bad as I thought. So I mean, clearly we've got some water damage here, where I think the water sat in this pan right here and leaked out onto this this beam right here. But I think this right through here is the worst of it, and I think if I maybe use a little bit thicker steel than this pan originally was, and then I can just bring it forward a little bit right through here, and just put a weld all the way down. That adds a little bit of strength to that beam right there, and plus it replaces this pan. The biggest thing I'm going to have to worry about is the fact that the axles are welded to the side of that pan right there. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe run a temporary support from this axle to this axle. Maybe, I don't know. I got to find a way to support it before I do much of anything in terms of taking it apart. I think I can get the steel plate cut and bent relatively cheaply, and then from there it's just me welding it in. Maybe take it somewhere to find somebody that's got a 220 welder, or I think my 140 will be fine for something along those lines. But yeah, I think it's in better shape than I thought. I went ahead and got this wheel greased since it was up in the air. Actually, it turns pretty nice now. I got to get tubes for the tires. I think I have a spare couple wheelbarrow tires somewhere. I've got to find them though. This tire down here is actually pretty free. I'm gonna have to flip it over to the other side to get that one greased. But yeah, I think I'm pretty excited about it. Obviously, I can't do anything right now, being late February. The ground is, well, right now the ground is just solid mud, so obviously it's not gonna do much there. But yeah, I'm excited about it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the kind of overview of the 5RO Soilmover. Hopefully put it behind the X748 sometime later this spring or summer. Hopefully it doesn't take me till fall to get it done, but you never know about projects around here. I've got some other projects that I've made videos for, but I've never come back to, and they're still sitting on the bench. So anyway, thanks for watching.